over 1,500 satellites.
Continuing to expand in California, the Tesla bot will be real.
Elon Musk had a banner year. He became the richest man in the world according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Tesla is on track to increase deliveries by about 80% over those in 2020, according to analyst estimates. And SpaceX conducted more space launches this year than its US competitors.
How are you spending your time these days between SpaceX and Tesla?
It's about even between SpaceX and Tesla. It depends on, what is the kind of crisis of the moment.
In an interview at the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council Summit, Elon Musk shared how he juggles ambitious projects across multiple companies all at once.
I work a lot. I work 7 days a week and put in I get some pretty crazy hours.
So how did this year's accomplishments and setbacks across Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink prepare Musk for what's to come in 2022?
Tesla has made roughly 2/3 of all the electric cars in the United States. I'm not sure if most people are aware of that.
Tesla kicked off 2021 by posting its first full year of profit, thanks in part to Chinese sales.
However, Tesla's also faced increased scrutiny in China this year and been swept up in the country's kind of broader crackdown on big tech.
The company also made headlines amid growing concerns over its autopilot system. In August, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration began investigating Tesla's autopilot system after a series of crashes at emergency scenes.
Advanced driver assistance technology, such as Tesla's autopilot system, has not been tightly regulated in the US to date, but the Biden administration has been taking a closer look.
Tesla didn't respond to a request for comment, but the company has long said that driving with autopilot engaged is safer than doing so without it.
I think it's safe to say that scrutiny of advanced driver assistance systems and automated driving technology in general is likely to continue.
Still, Musk plans to continue upgrading Tesla's advanced driver assistance technology.
The car is kind of a robot on 4 wheels, and so then, we could probably take that same technology and put it in a humanoid robot and have that robot be useful.
That next iteration could be the Tesla bot, which Musk unveiled in August. It's a humanoid robot that Musk hopes will perform generic robotic tasks for humans.
Man, Starship is a hard project. This is the biggest rocket ever made.
This year, Musk also continued to work on Starship, which he aims to be the first fully reusable orbital rocket. This is the rocket that he hopes will take humans to the moon and Mars.
So we made I think the most progress in reusability that has ever been done. But with Starship, we're hoping to make the whole thing reusable. This is profound. Like I said, it is the difference between humanity being a single planet species and a multi-planet species. It's really that big of a deal.
In March, Musk announced his plan to create a new city in Texas called Starbase, which he envisions as the launch site for Starship. And in May, SpaceX successfully landed its Starship test vehicle on the 5th attempt.
Starship heading back to the landing zone.
Outside of Starship, SpaceX continues to pave new ground. The company launched the first all-civilian flight to orbit. And it took NASA astronauts to the International Space Station for the second time this year.
Thanks, guys. And from Endurance, it was a great ride, better than we imagined.
The company also won an exclusive NASA contract to build a new lunar lander.
Starlink is really designed to serve the least served.
Starlink, Musk's broadband internet service, also picked up pace this year.
Ignition.
The bulk of SpaceX's launches this year have been related to Starlink, to getting those broadband satellites into orbit.
This year, Starlink underwent beta testing in remote areas of the U.S.
Check this out. Starlink.
In July, the company said it had launched around 1,800 satellites and is serving around 140,000 users in over 20 countries.
Just 2 instructions. Point the terminal at the sky and plug it in.
Starlink and Starship sort of fit together. Starship is meant to be this enormous rocket, and you could fit a lot of Starlink satellites inside of it to deploy.
On December 2nd, SpaceX carried out its 27th mission this year, launching nearly 50 Starlink satellites into orbit. During his Wall Street Journal interview, Musk sidestepped questions about his future at Tesla, saying his CEO title is made up.
I changed my title to Techno King And by the way, this is a formal SEC filing. I'm legally a formal, whatever, techno king. I just did that as kind of like a joke because just to show that these titles don't mean a lot.
Days after that interview, Musk tweeted, possibly in jest, that he was thinking of quitting his jobs. Title preference aside, Musk says he plans to deliver electric vehicles from 2 new factories, one in Texas and another in Germany. His other challenge next year will be launching the first Starship prototype to orbit.
If we are successful with this, which I think we will be, but I don't know if we'll be there in 2022, I hope so. This is a profound revolution in access to orbit.
The company has been working to obtain various licenses and is currently waiting on an environmental review from the FAA, which is expected by the end of the year. Starlink also plans to obtain permission from regulatory agencies to launch even more satellites next year.
SpaceX has asked the sort of telecoms regulator in the US, for example, for permission to build out what's called a constellation, sort of a network of satellites of about 30,000 of those devices.
Beyond 2022, Musk says he's excited to introduce the electric vehicle pickup truck that Tesla is aiming to produce in volume in 2023.
Cybertruck's going to be an incredible product. I think it's maybe our best product ever, and I think it probably will be.
Between electric vehicles and rockets, the years ahead may be even more demanding for Musk, but could also lead to more banner moments for the billionaire CEO.